just still engaged, keep them encouraged about the stuff. They are the future of the position. So.
Your minutes changed last year throughout the season. You talked to the freshmen all about that.
Yeah, I talked to literally all of them one by one about you're going to play this amount of minutes and you're going to play no minutes. I mean, just how it goes. I take it as learning. And I was talking to Duncan so much last year about what do you do on this what you better right here? He's like, oh, you just do this because you bump. I'm like, oh, okay. Then I noticed it was my Duncan and then I was like, okay, now I'm learning. I'm going to watch him, sit back and watch him a little bit. So I just told Dave, Brad, and guys like that just to watch.
And then more generally speaking, even off the court stuff, I guess, what do the young guys get told about this is the Michigan way, this is how we do things here?
Yeah, one main thing we never do is we never cheat. We don't do anything. We don't cheat ourselves, don't cheat the grind. Those lifting days are very important for them because they don't have to play the next day or the day after. They need to work out, get better. Even take some time after practice, get some extra shots up. All that stuff is encouraged. I just tell them every day, just stay humble, be all right.
What do you guys look for when a team switches every screen on you guys like Purdue did?
For our 7-footer down low, or we got a mismatch, like Xavier, Charles, me, Gigi, Jordan. We're all capable of taking big men to the basket, go get them foul trouble maybe, or find the next open shot. But usually we try to set plays when they switch, get the point guard down to the center. They can go to work.
And how's he taking that on, that responsibility?
He's loving it. He's changed so much. I'm sure everybody has seen how much difference John is from last year. He's just more dominant in the paint. He liked to float away from the paint now. Now he owns the paint every game, so I'm just like I said, I'm very proud of him.
Isaiah, what do you remember about the trip to Northwestern last year? Your coach just reminded us that was your guys' last regular season loss last year, and last loss to Villanova, actually.
The main thing, like I said earlier, was I got hurt like the first 2 minutes. I messed up my ankle, but from watching that, they had a deadly zone. First time we played them, they had this deadly zone that I've never seen before in my life, so kind of caught us off guard, and we kind of took that as, all right, we had to go back and work on some zone offense because we were not ready for the zone defense. But I think, and I was talking to someone else talking about defensive strategies. We didn't really have our defense down packed as we do now, but it's definitely going to be a different story now.
Isaiah, how do you like this team's ability to win? You've only had one game, but it went well, and maybe a little bit more of a defensive-oriented team, and you control that.
Yeah, I mean, some of that is because look at our captains. They take pride in defense. Like Xavier, on the road, he makes sure everybody's engaged about what they're doing, knowing what they're doing, and just don't let your man score. As simple as that. Charles, he's not as outspoken as Charles is, but Charles is going to get it done, and he kind of leads more by example, and we all just follow our leaders.
Isaiah, how will this team handle being in the top 5 now? You guys didn't play the national title game last year. You're not unaccustomed to attention, but this is a different kind of attention.
Coach B talked about just staying humble, and we're going to have a big target on our back just because we went to the national championship and did what we did last year. So we kind of take it as we deserve it. We worked. Why not us? Coach B says we worked really hard every day, practice, off the court, classroom. So why can't we be in the top 5? And we're just going to take it as everybody's going to be coming for us. We just got to be ready.
On the road, the Big Ten. How much do you enjoy it? What's it like?
It's so fun, especially being our first road game. And I hear Iggy over there talking about it's going to be his first road game, so he might actually be my roommate from what I heard. So that should be interesting. You know how Iggy is. So being our first road game is going to be kind of cool because we're going to the new Northwestern State, arena. Because last year I know we were at this cold one, like a hockey one. It was very cold, so I'm actually interested to go to this new arena.
What does it take to perform well on the road when most things are against you? Though there will be a good Michigan crowd there, but what does it take to play well on the road?
Great. Who's going to dive on the ball first? Who's going to win the 50-50 balls? Coach Chalk talks about who's going to grab that out of area rebound. Who's going to have the hot hand, who's going to guard the best, who's going to talk the most. Basically, it's going to come down to who talks the most more on the road.
Talk about the way this team is sharing the basketball, especially last week. It's really pops when you watch you guys.
Oh, yeah, going from the ball, Coach B, you probably heard him say the ball stick. It doesn't stick at all. We make the extra one more pass, and it's Coach B likes to model like we can be like the Warriors. We can make the extra pass, and the ball will go in. And, it's just we kind of take pride in that and making the extra pass and just being proud of that.
Thanks, Isaiah.
No problem.
Do you get pretty amped up when you hear opposing crowds booing you and stuff like that?
Oh yeah, I mean I always love that. Ever since I started basketball seriously, AAU or even high school, you're away, the crowd's booing you. I always like being booed. It's weird. Like I think it's because I get more adrenaline and energy from it. So I like going. I know it's gonna be a big crowd. We're gonna have a crowd there too, but still, it's Northwestern territory. So I'm looking forward to a nice.
What is the toughest part about playing on the road?
Besides getting accustomed to like new rims, you have like a day to do that. You got some hardcore fans behind you talking. So, I mean, I'm not saying it's like hard to zone them out, but like Coach B he prepares us for stuff. Coach B prepares us for everything. So we're not surprised about some of the stuff they say.
How do you flip that switch kind of to where boos kind of become a good thing, or them talking?
It's kind of like they're in the crowd, we're on the court. Why do you care what someone off the court says if it's not your coach? So it's kind of how we take it. We just move forward.
Do you have to remind yourself that if you were to lose to Villanova or North Carolina, no one's thinking about that in February, but you lose one of these games, it's going to matter because of the Big Ten.
Very important, because like you said, it is the Big Ten. Those are just Coach B calls them November wins. They're very hard to get, so we tried to win as many as we could. So, but losing an early Big Ten game is kind of important because we want to keep that perfect record going into Big Ten championship or the tournament.
Has there been an extra focus on that when you were going into Purdue, that was a different type of game as opposed to the other ones?
He kind of reminded us. We played Purdue in the Big Ten championship last year, and we lost Northwestern away. So he said it was kind of ironic how they put both those two teams to start our Big Ten playoff.
Have you sensed that target on your back compared to last year? I mean, do you feel like teams are kind of coming at you more, knowing that you were last year's national runner-up?
Not at all. I still feel like we're the hunters. I still feel like we're hunting other teams. So.